What's up, folks? This is Dave Wood talking to you from my home office out in Costa Rica. And today I'm actually going to talk about something a little bit different. I'm going to talk to you about the art of constructing a lifestyle, the art of lifestyle construction. Okay. And what you got to think about when you're building your business is you've got to really, like I talked about in the last video, the last episode, define what it is that you want to accomplish and also probably what you don't want to accomplish. Okay. There's a mixture of worlds here where a lot of times they'll get started in an online business. They'll assume that all they want is money, and then they'll start working at it, or an offline business, a network marketing company or whatever. And, I used to be in a company, I'll give you an example, where it was like I was there to live the dream. I was there to go to the beach and to sink my toes into the hot sand, and I was there to live the dream. That's what I was there to do. One of the things we did was we did three-way calls to recruit people in the business, right? Somebody would watch a DVD, and then I'd get them to watch the DVD, and then when they watch the DVD, I'd say, what do you like best about it? Tell me what you like best about what you saw, a question like that. They'd tell me, I'd say, I want to introduce you to Mr. Expert here, and then I'd get them on the phone with an expert. Well, what happened was in the process of building my business, I went from working 2 hours a day to being on the phone doing three-way calls like 15 hours a day, making $5,000 a month. Now, here's the thing. I could have gone and lived the dream and sunk my toes in the hot sand on $5,000 a month. However, I was too busy being on the phone all day and night to really be able to be free, right? I had trapped myself into a strategy. I'd trapped myself into a way of marketing. I'd trapped myself to be glued to the phone, right? So it's really important to define what you want, also what you don't want, and to get really clear on what you're willing to do to accomplish your dreams. Here's the other thing, though, and this is what I'm going to talk about today. I really want you to realize how little it takes to go live your dreams in the world. It doesn't really take a lot of money. A lot of times, we get in this business, we start talking about these huge incomes, $30,000 a month and $100,000 a month. Income disclosure here, this video especially is not going to be promising any kind of income. Okay, see our average earnings at the bottom of the site. I'm just going to show you the formula for constructing it. Obviously, it's your job to go do this. But it doesn't really cost a lot of money. Like my lifestyle does cost a lot of money. I've got some obligations and some expenses that are pretty huge, that are business expenses. This house is really here for marketing and all this stuff. But really, when I moved down to live in Costa Rica, it's like most third world or second world foreign countries. It really doesn't cost a lot to go live on the beach somewhere, have maids, have somebody go buy your food, and just go surfing all day and stuff. You could do it off a very small amount of money. I mean, you could go live a dream that most people consider a dream off of $3,000 or $5,000 a month. What I really want you guys to think about watching this video now is what your real dream is. I mean, do you want to travel to an exotic location somewhere in the world and just live this exotic lifestyle? Do you want to go live in like Thailand and go get massages every day or something like that? I mean, what do you really want to do with your life? And here's the next question is, how much does it really cost? I would bet you if you didn't have your big old mortgage and you didn't have 8 car payments and like gigantic insurance payments and weren't in debt $40,000, I'd bet you your dream lifestyle could be lived legitimately for not very much money at all. And that's a challenge that I've got for you is what does your actual dream cost? Put a number on it, okay? How much does housing cost in the area you want to live in the world? How much income do you really need to make to support yourself and buy food in that area of the world? And probably, if you're honest and you're not trying to be like, Vic Strizhouse or something like that, or me, right? Probably your dream could be lived legitimately for under $10,000 a month. For most of you watching this video, some of you, you're like, Psh, I can't even eat off that, right? I got you, me either. But most of you. Right? Most of you could do it. Okay, so here's the question is, how do you construct an income? Most people, they get it all wrong when you talk about constructing an income to go live your dreams. They think that you've got to have like 1 million customers to create a dream income. They think that you've got a network marketing, you got to have like this huge downline to construct your huge income. And they're not really thinking and breaking it down into small chunks. Okay, so here's what I want you to do is I want you to learn to think backwards about your lifestyle. If you've got like, like this dream, let's say you want to go live in Thailand, right? You could live like not just a king, you could live like the king of the king for like $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 a month over in Thailand. Justin and Diverengia, they're traveling around out there right now. And it's so unbelievably cheap. Taxis are so unbelievably cheap. Food is so unbelievably cheap. Servants are so unbelievably cheap. I mean, you could just have a house that has like servants and maids and people washing your dishes and giving you back massages and like all this stuff for $3,000 a month over there. It's really not a lot of money. But if you think about something like $3,000 a month, what are some ways you could accomplish that? I just want to think out loud with you and get you brainstorming, because this is how I want you to think. I want you to think about how simple it is to construct your lifestyle. What does it make $3,000 a month? 30 customers paying you $100 a month would do it. Okay. One customer paying you $3,000 once in a month, every month would do it. You could get, for example, about 20 customers paying you $125 a month, about 20 customers paying you $125 a month would do it. You could do a combination where you could have a mixture of people who are paying you every month, new customers coming in, either paying you one time of like $500 or $1,000, and new customers that are coming in and paying you $3,000 and $4,000 and $5,000 for some sort of coaching, consulting fees, or for some high-end products. It really does not take a lot of people to construct the life that you want. It takes small numbers, okay? Even a larger income. I want you to think about this for a second, about what does it really take to make something like $30,000 a month, all right? And I'm just thinking out loud while I'm telling this, because I've taught like 1 million people how to do this, right? Not 1 million, obviously, but I've taught a lot of people how to create above average incomes. In fact, later in the week, what I'm going to be doing, I've actually got a guy, and this is a surprise to him, but I've got a guy living in my house. His name's Jamie. I've known him for like 4 years, and I'm going to pull him on here and live with him construct a strategy to get him to $100,000 a month, because I know he wants to make the big money, and I'll just put it on the internet. You guys can watch it, and of course, if you feel obligated, you're welcome to buy something as well, but you can just watch that for free. So what does it really take to make bigger numbers? It's not really that difficult to make big numbers online, offline, in any kind of a business. If you want to make something like, for example, $30,000 a month, in Empower Network as an affiliate, let me tell you an example of how to do it. If you sold 10 master's courses in a month, right, that would be $3,000 commissions times 10 customers. That's $30,000 a month. What's another way you could do it? If you sold 30 15K formulas in a month, right, that would be $30,000 a month. What's another way you could do it? You could do a combination of bringing in front-end customers, upselling, and also one-time products people purchase on the phone or purchase in a sales funnel, which is actually my preference, is to get customers to buy into a product that costs like $25, which is why our front-end funnel is priced at $25, and then to offer them products and services that give them value and help them get what they want in their business. And a combination of low tier and higher tier offers, I can work to basically construct any income that I want at any level that I want. And if you want to get to like a massive level, I want to show you something. For example, if you think about, most people think about earning like $10,000 a month as this like colossal, gigantic, huge, unbelievably, ridiculously hard tasks in their life. But if you want to really think about making $10,000 a month in a business, what would it really take? Well, I'll give you an example. 3 customers in a month, okay, buying something that costs $3,000, $3,500, 3 customers would get you to about $10,000 a month. 10 customers buying something that cost $1,000, 10, we're talking over a period of 30 days. 1 customer every 3 days paying you $1,000 would make you $10,000 a month. Another way to do it would be to get 100 customers paying you a recurring subscription of about $100 a month. Those 3 or 4 or 5 ways, or whatever I just listed, all equate to $10,000 a month. All of them are significantly easier than almost every single profession in North America. Let me give you an example of income construction and how I've seen this go, okay? And once again, this is not making claims. These are just examples that you can take and you can apply to a business. It's really important when you're looking at your lifestyle that you don't assign some gigantic, ridiculous number to it. For example, you could live the lifestyle that I live right now. You could live the way that I live, which is pretty ridiculous, for about $15,000 or $20,000 a month. It wouldn't be that hard. You could get a huge house. You could have maids in the house. The house could be overly ridiculous. You could go to movies and eat dinner all the time in a foreign country, right? And pretty much not do everything you want, but you could pretty much do everything that you could imagine a person doing for $15,000 or $20,000 a month. That is not a colossal amount of money when we're talking about constructing incomes properly, right? What does your dream lifestyle actually cost? Where do you want to live in the world? How do you want to do it, right? And then what's the strategy in order to make that happen? What I've always told people to do, and this is a really simple strategy for income construction, okay? Income disclosures, we've got them down there. What I've always told people to do is to focus their energy on getting just 2 customers a day to buy into some kind of front end offer, right? 2 a day, right? We're not talking about 10 in a day. We're not talking about ClickBank affiliates who pull in 1,000 sales in a day. We're not talking about Vic Strisshouse coming in and pulling in 700 people at once. We're not talking about Dave Wood and Dave Sharp launching Empower Network and bringing in 700 or 800 people our first month in Empower Network and building a team of hundreds of thousands. We're talking about 2 customers in a day buying into a front end offer of some kind of a product or service, right? Some kind of front end, low cost offer to get people's taste buds wet, to give somebody something of value that's going to help them in their life, in their business,